Today we're going to be making some gingerbread men cookies. Are you ready? Are you excited? Alright, who's ready to make some cookies? First thing we need to do is set our oven to 350 degrees and get that heating up while we mix our ingredients. So the equipment we're going to need is a large and a small mixing bowl. We're going to need a spoon. We're going to need a rolling pin. We're going to need some parchment paper. And we're going to need a cooling rack. Oh wait, if we're going to make gingerbread cookies, what's something else that we need? Does anybody know? Who's going to take a guess? If we're making gingerbread men cookies, what do we need? That's right, we need a cookie cutter. So we have a gingerbread cookie cutter as well. To measure our ingredients, we're going to need a ½ teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. We're going to need a 1/4 cup measuring cup, a ½ cup measuring cup, and we're going to need a 1 cup measuring cup. For our gingerbread cookies, we're going to need 1 box of butterscotch pudding mix. We're going to need 1 stick of butter, which is 4 ounces or ½ cup. We need ½ cup of packed brown sugar, 1 egg. We need 1 cup of all-purpose flour and a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. We need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We need 1½ teaspoons of ground ginger. And we need 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Alright, to make the gingerbread cookies, first thing we're going to do is add in that pudding mix. It's all powdery. Next we're going to add in that softened butter. I already cut it up into chunks. Okay. Then the next thing we're going to add is the brown sugar. And then we're going to add the egg. I've already cracked it and put it into a measuring cup just to make it easy to pour out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our spoon and we're going to just stir all of this together. Going to mash down the butter. That way it can get in there and incorporate with everything really good. See how that mixes together? See how it's turning color? Everything's mixing together. You get that brown color from that butterscotch pudding mix. Look at that. Almost there. You gotta keep stirring just a little bit longer to make sure it's all mixed well. And there we go. Alright, next we're going to add in our flour, our 1 cup of flour. We're going to add in our baking soda, ground ginger, and the ground cinnamon. And we're going to mix this all together. See how that changed color too? That means it's all mixed together, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the brown mixture and add it to our flour mixture. See that? Then we're going to take our spoon and mix this all together. And this is what's going to make our gingerbread cookie dough. You just want to get in here and mix it really good, or else the cookies won't come out. See, at first it doesn't look like it's coming together, but you just keep stirring it. And it'll all come together. You don't want to mix it too much or else your cookies will be really hard. So as soon as all the white powder is gone, the flour, then it's ready. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to take that extra flour that we had and we're going to just put a little bit down so we can roll it out, okay? Then we're going to take some and rub it on our rolling pin, okay? Then we're going to take our cookie dough that's been refrigerated and we're going to stick it right on top of the flour. Alright, so I flattened our dough out. I floured the rolling pin and I floured the board here. And we're just going to roll this out. Until we get it thin enough for our cookies. Okay, it looks like a good size. Alright, now we're going to take our cookie cutter and we're going to put it down and we're going to cut out some cookies. Alright, we got our cookies on a tray and they're ready to go into our 350-degree oven. Then we're going to bake them and then let them cool and they'll be ready to eat. Alright, we got our cookies and we're putting these into the oven. Looks like somebody else is waiting for cookies too. The cookies are going to bake for 9 to 11 minutes. So I went ahead and set my oven timer for 9 minutes. That way we can check them and see if they need more time. Alright, the cookies are out of the oven. They took 9 minutes. So I let them cool on the tray for a couple minutes and then I put them on the cooling rack so they can cool down so we can eat them. Be careful, don't touch them now. They're hot. They're hot. So don't try and eat them now, okay? Let them cool down a little bit first. Alright, the cookies have cooled down and they're ready to eat. So what should we do? We got all these cookies. Should we eat them all by ourselves? Or should we share with our friends? Look, we got some friends to share with here. We got Snoopy and Grogu want some cookies too. Do you want to share? Let's eat some cookies now. Do you think we can eat them before they run away?